Finally, after more than 4 years, the treason trial was wrapping up. Mandela was one of only 30 still remaining on trial. All were acquitted. Technically a free man, Mandela knew that wouldn't last. The treason trial had featured heavily in foreign media, and he had become a symbol of the anti-apartheid movement, and the ANC was now an illegal organisation. He made 2 major decisions. The first was to go underground. This meant life on the run, forced to live away from Winnie and his family. Not an easy decision. Second, Sharpeville had convinced him that peaceful resistance was futile, and now he resolved to take the resistance in a new direction.
The Africans want the franchise on the basis of one man, one vote. They want political independence.
Do you see Africans being able to develop in this country without the European being pushed out?
We have made it very clear in our policy that South Africa is a country of many races. There is room for all the various races in this country.
Now, if Dr. Verwoerd's government doesn't give you the kind of concessions that you want sometime soon, is there any likelihood of violence?
There are many people who feel that the reaction of the government to our stay at home, ordering a general mobilization, arming the white community, arresting 10,000s of Africans, the show of force throughout the country, notwithstanding our clear declaration that this campaign is being run on peaceful and non-violent lines, close the chapter as far as our methods of political struggle are concerned. There are many people who feel that it is useless and futile for us to continue talking peace and non-violence against a government whose reply is only savage attacks on an unarmed and defenseless people. And I think the time has come for us to consider, in the light of our experiences in this stay at home, whether the methods which we have applied so far are adequate.
For over a year, Mandela successfully eluded authorities, somehow keeping one step ahead of the government's legion of informers. The Black Pimpernel, as he was dubbed, used a series of disguises to avoid detection. Calling himself David, he passed as a labourer, chef, and as a garden boy. In his main guise, he was a chauffeur, a role enabling him to travel freely around the country, attending meetings and remaining fully involved with ANC activities. He later made a base at Lily's Leaf Farm in Rivonia, where on rare occasions he was able to see Winnie, along with his eldest son, Tembi. During this time, Mandela planned the next stage, an armed struggle. He devised a program of sabotage to take out areas of government infrastructure, particularly those symbolic of apartheid, such as pass offices. Only property was to be targeted. Lives were not to be endangered. The intent was to destabilize the government and undermine international confidence in South Africa, prompting the withdrawal of foreign money. But the ANC was committed to non-violence. It had to be a separate organization. And so Umkhonto we Sizwe was born, MK for short, meaning Spear of the Nation. Late in 1961, MK began its coordinated campaign of guerrilla warfare. But despite the high ideals, there inevitably was a human toll. Mandela decided to arrange overseas military training for MK's members and was smuggled out of the country. He used the opportunity to gather support for the anti-apartheid movement, meeting with other African and foreign leaders. And in Algeria, he undertook his own military training, the first of many NK freedom fighters to do so.